welcome to Ojukwu News Channel. I am Miriam Enejo, and your host today, Mr. Ojukwu 1. This is the breaking news surrounding Nnamdi Kanu's trials. A Kenyan High Court just ruled that his arrest and rendition in April 2021 was illegal. Meanwhile, the Nigerian government has quietly closed its case against him after presenting just 5 witnesses. What does this mean for Kanu, IPOB, and the entire Biafra movement? Stay tuned as we break it down, expose hidden details, and analyze what's next. First, let's go to Kenya. On June 27, 2025, a high court in Nairobi declared that the way Nnamdi Kanu was taken from Kenya in 2021 was illegal. The court said Kenya's police violated his rights and awarded damages for the abuse he suffered. This ruling confirms what IPOB and human rights groups have been shouting for years. Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, not extradited. This is a big win for his legal team and opens a fresh door to challenge his entire trial in Nigeria. Now, back in Nigeria, the federal government has ended its prosecution phase. They brought 5 witnesses and closed their case. But here's the shocking part. Even with 5 witnesses, no clear evidence of terrorism or treason has been presented. Kanu's defense team says this is clear proof that the government has no strong case and that this is a political persecution.
The Nigerian government is trying to make their crime against Nnamdi Kanu pay, which is intolerable.
Bruce, what can be done to the government of Nigeria to help free Nnamdi Kanu?
Well, there are several precedents. One, during apartheid, South Africa was suspended from the United Nations General Assembly until Nelson Mandela was released. And there's nothing that prevents petitions now to the United Nations General Assembly insisting that Nigeria be suspended until they release Nnamdi Kanu. That's one possibility. Another would be if you had the president issue an executive order says there are going to be no Nigerian visas to visit the U.S. until Nnamdi Kanu is released. That would impress upon all Nigerians the penalty they're paying because the government is being so lawless and tyrannical. There are other options like having an international arms embargo on Nigeria until Nnamdi Kanu is released, having very, very high tariffs on anything sold by Nigeria until Nnamdi Kanu is released. These are financial pressures. They've been utilized in other countries in the past. It's a matter of political will, not law.
Shockingly, a federal judge also barred some lawyers, including activist Omoyele Showo's legal team, from attending the next court sitting. The reason? Unruly behavior, according to court documents. But IPOB claims this is an attempt to silence independent voices and reduce public attention on the trial. IPOB has responded strongly, calling the FG's actions desperate and lawless. They are demanding Kanu's immediate release, especially after the Kenyan ruling. His lawyers are preparing to file for a no-case submission, which could lead to his freedom if the court agrees that the prosecution failed. Our correspondent, Mr. Ojukwu, spoke on this matter.
We are still surprised up till now why Nigeria could not release Nnamdi Kanu, and clearly it has many consequences. Why is there? Is it despite clear ruling from both local and international court? Nnamdi Kanu, this continued detention is not only unlawful, it shows how far the Nigerian government is willing to go to silence dissent. People who don't know anything, people who are meant to keep this country in peace, people who are saying their rights, not that they are saying what they have a right. Everybody has a right in this country to say his mind, his or her mind. Nigeria need to call people together to know their minds. Some of the consequences of this thing is that Nigeria risk being seen as a country that disregards international law and human rights, which can call for many sanctions if this continues. People are looking at this as a small thing. Now, Kenyan president is coming up to say this thing is illegal. He called it an extraordinary rendition. It's not only a rendition. And it can just make a big diplomatic relationship between us and other countries to have, even the Kenya itself, our relationship with Kenya will not be as strong as it is. And investors could also lose confidence due to the instability and lawlessness as they come at the high level of government. Not only that, you can also remember that in the southeast up to today, there's things like sit at home. You cannot travel from on Monday. And Monday is a very special day. You cannot travel from south to southeast and cross to other neighboring states. Did the government look at this as one critical measure, as one critical problem that Nigerian has to tackle? Yes, the people from the region are still battling, are still facing this issue and agitating that this man should be released. It's a regional and national issue. It's not something that the government will disregard. It's not a state issue, it's a regional issue. The Southeasterners are one of the major tribes in Nigeria. So this undermining some of such kind of things can consequently cause something that can ignite in anger to people and cause some tribal conflict between the country. It fuels more agitations, people agitation and unrest in the southeast. That is what we are saying. It demands public trust in the judiciary and rule of law, and it creates deeper ethnic division. Even when Igbo man will say Yoruba man and he will be looking at the Yoruba man, and because this man is the president, he refuses to let go our brother. And even as it is, even if it's an Igbo man that is running and is still holding this man that is causing problem, if he's from one particular state, the other state will be looking at him as a saboteur. So let's free Nnamdi Kanu and put peace between the country and the surrounding so that we can move on in this country. And listen to that man, listen to other agitators. Today we know that Boko Haram, which is claiming the Islamic State in the north, has a reason. The Igbo fraction of Ududua has their own reason. If we don't come together and forget our selfish in how we are tracking money up and down, thinking of our pockets, I don't see this country growing. And this thing is coming down to us and both our leaders, that someone cannot travel safely from one state to the other. Someone cannot boast of coming back to his home and relax. You cannot travel all the way from it. This is affecting everywhere. Let's come and sit down on the round table and discuss this nation very well. Thank you. This is my contribution. Thank you very much.
So what does all this mean? 1. The Kenyan ruling strengthens Kanu's global support. 2. Nigeria's case appears weak, and international pressure may increase. 3. The Biafra movement is gaining renewed attention, and IPOB sees this as validation. But here's the twist: even if Kanu wins in court, the Nigerian government may use delays, appeals, and court technicalities to keep him in detention. So, the fight is not over yet. What do you think? Should Kanu be released immediately based on this new Kenyan court ruling? Drop your comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. We'll keep you updated as this story unfolds. This is Ojukwu News Channel, and we're committed to the truth. Until next time, stay informed, stay strong, and stay free.